friends, this is XL Casper and you are watching Don't Starve. Now we're going to start off by taking a look at the mods that we have installed. One of them is kind of cheaty and I'm not sure if we're going to keep it or not. So we'll see when we get to it and I'll explain there. So first one up is one of my favorites, Action Queue. Allows queuing a sequence of actions such as chopping mining by selecting targets with a bounding box holding shift. This lets you basically select over an area and chop down a bunch of trees or pick up a bunch of items. Huge time saver. Definitely recommend it. Next one is advanced farming. I haven't got to use this one in any of my plays yet, but it's supposed to be a little bit faster and better mining better farm. It'll even grow in winter. Always on tiki torches, just gives you a little torch that you can craft that gives you a little bit of light. I like using it to mark out my base. Architectural geometry, this basically like a snap to grid when you're building. Auto equip saves me from digging around in my pack trying to find the correct tool if I just want to quickly pound on something. It does have one drawback. If you are using the Fling-O-Matic and you have a hammer in your inventory, right clicking will hammer it instead of turning it on, so you must drop the hammer. Alright, let's scroll down. Auto torch. This is basically when a torch runs out, it equips a new one. Again, stops you from having to dig around in my pack. Better Moon shows me the phases of the moon. This will help us out with planning a little bit on nights that the full moon is coming up. However, I often forget to look at it, so. Break the Ice, I haven't really used yet, but it allows you to take a pickaxe and break off ponds when they freeze over. Compromising Survival, this is the one I was saying that was kind of cheaty and we may not do. So, upon death, politely ask if you really want to die. What this does is it allows you to resurrect. Now, the reason I have this installed is sometimes I feel I've died unfairly, though usually in retrospect I realized that it was a fair death because I was just being, overconfident. However, I have this on so that if we're getting ready to check out something cool, let's say we're getting ready to go into the caves for the first time, which haven't spent much time in, or we're just coming across something really cool. I may resurrect for a moment, finish looking at what's really cool, and then go back and delete the save. I'm going to try to use it that way as opposed to just instantly resurrecting. Also, if we're doing really well and you guys happen to like the character we're doing in our setup and we die, I can always put out a poll on whether we should resurrect or not. So, we'll see when that comes to it. We don't have to, we can always just die, and I'm okay with that. Craftable gears. This basically, simply as it says, allows you to craft a gear. This allows us to get our icebox just a touch sooner. I don't think it's too game breaking, simply because, it's simply a gear, and we can get them elsewhere. I just like being able to craft them. I love crafting. Alright, deep freezer. This allows us to store food a little bit longer. We throw some stuff in and it freezes. The drawback or balancing mechanic is when you take it out, you must wait for it to thaw before you can use it, and not everything can go in there. I was surprised to find that I could not put cooked meals. My original idea was to cook up like meatballs and stuff like that, and then deep freeze them, and then take them out of the freezer as needed, and that does not work. Meat can go in there, berries, but a lot of the cooked stuff can't. So, Deluxe Campfire, I can't remember what this changed. I think it just looks different. I have to look at it. Configure mod, let's see. 25% longer burn. Yeah, standard. So it drops stuff out when you burn it, and burns us a little bit longer, and it's a little bit more expensive. So just a kind of nicer looking campfire. Display food values, great, because I have a horrible memory. This lets us know exactly what we're going to get out of food. I could have a chart up on the other screen and consult the chart and stuff, and that would just take more time looking over. There's no reason not to do it in game. Minimap, again, not really game changing, just puts a little minimap in the corner. Saves us from tabbing so much. Relaxed crafting. Now this one is kind of fun. I often can never remember where stuff is in the crafting menu. So while you have your crafting menu open, it pauses your game. RPG HUD. This is one again that's semi-cheaty. I used to have one that didn't add more space. What this does, it gives you an amulet and backpack slot, 25 inventory slots, bigger backpack and contents, status bar, naughtiness and temperature tabs, custom UI assets. So changes the looks of things a little bit, gives you a little bit bigger inventory. Now the things that I wanted was basically the status bar, the naughtiness and temperature tab, as well as the amulet and backpack slots. However, I liked the way the custom UI looked, and I can only find the one with the custom UI that has 25 inventory slots and this bigger backpack contents. If I can find one that didn't have that, I would probably switch to it. However, I'm starting to get kind of used to the more inventory space. It stops me from having to play inventory Tetris and figure out what I want to drop. Smart Crockpot. Ooh, we don't want to turn that off. What this does is it adds a little predict button. You hit it and it shows you exactly what you're making. Again, I can usually remember recipes, but sometimes I'm unsure of exactly what, you know, if a berry will work or if a carrot will work, and this just lets me hit it and see what it's going to make. So, Spider Cage. This allows you to, I keep clicking on Spider Cage allows you to actually trap a spider, build a little cage, and you can farm silk from it. I built it once, never harvested any silk from it. So, Storm Cellar, like a big giant chest that holds stuff. Pretty expensive to build. Haven't built one yet. Hopefully we'll be able to build one. With the Reign of Giants, I've played about 2 games through with Reign of Giants, and I'll be honest, I have not made it through summer yet, so here's hoping. Waldo with Eyebone. Waldo is just a little creature that follows you. The Eyebone can be crafted, so he's pretty cool. Wall gates is kind of nice. Basically, when you wall something off, instead of having to hammer your way out, you can open and close it like a door. Where's my Beefalo? Add stuff to the map. Again, this helps with my memory because I cannot remember where stuff is. Wilson's House. I haven't played with it much lately. In Reign of Giants, I haven't done it at all. I played with it once or twice in the base game, but it adds like a little hut that you can build. Has, I think, a fire on the side and a little light. So we'll see if we build one of those. And then working signposts, so we can plop down a sign. I don't think I've ever used it, but it sounded cool. I like the idea of a sign actually being there as opposed to just a little, you know, icon for the sign. So, all right, so let's cancel out of there and let's get started with our game. So you can see there's one going there. Let's do new game. Character. Let's see. Who do I want? Give me one moment. I just realized my chat wasn't working. So let's pop this out. All right. Wilson. Willow. I haven't played with Willow in a while. Wolfgang. I got most of the characters unlocked. I haven't played with her hardly at all. Woody. Don't have this bubble dude. I know he's the little bubble guy. I don't have him unlocked. I have not played with him at all. So that could be fun. Let's see. We'll go with her. How about random? Yeah, random. Random it is. World we're going to leave the same. We're going to do Lane of Giants. We should be good. Let's start.